Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Izzat bin Abu Bakar and my metric number is 1250539. Today I will be presenting about comparative analysis of the administration of MUAMALAT, Islamic finance and halal laws in Malaysia and Indonesia. This presentation will cover about introduction, objective, legal analysis, discussion and conclusion. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so muamalat in Islam literally means transaction and technically means any mutual dealing that exists between two parties in order to solve their everyday needs, normally in trade and commerce. Meanwhile, Islamic finance is a way of managing money and doing business while adhering to the moral principle of Islam, which emphasizes fairness, justice, and ethical dealings while prohibiting elements such as horror, riba, and maisir. On the other hand, halal laws regulate products and services that are permissible for Muslims, particularly in areas such as foods, beverages, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and logistics. Malaysia and Indonesia are Muslim majority countries and are recognized globally for their strong Islamic finance and halal industries. However, both countries adopt different legal and administrative approaches which makes them suitable for comparative analysis. So the objective of this presentation are threefold. First, to examine the administration of muamalat, particularly Islamic finance in Malaysia and Indonesia. Second, to analyze the legal framework governing halal laws in both countries. And the last one, to compare the similarities and differences in the administration of Islamic finance and halal governance between Malaysia and Indonesia. In Malaysia, Islamic financial institutions are regulated by Bank Negara Malaysia and the main legislations governing this area is the Islamic Financial Services Act 2013. Meanwhile, the Sharia Advisory Council acts as the highest Sharia authority in matters relating to Islamic finance. Its decisions are binding on Islamic financial institutions as well as the courts, which ensures uniformity and certainty in Sharia compliance. With regard to halal laws, the administration is handled by the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, commonly known as JAKIM. Halal certification is governed under the Trade Description Act 2011 and Malaysian Halal Standards. Malaysia's halal certification system is well recognized internationally due to its structure and consistent legal framework. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, Islamic finance is regulated by the Otoritas Jasa Keuangan or OJK. Islamic banking operates alongside conventional banking under a dual financial system. Sharia compliance is guided by fatwas issued by the National Sharia Council of the Indonesian Ulama Council, also known as TSN MUI. These fatwas provide religious guidance to Islamic financial institutions. For halal laws, Indonesia introduced the Halal Product Assurance Law 2014. The main administrative body is the Badan Penyelenggara Jaminan Produk Halal or BPJPH. The Indonesian Ulama Council or MUI plays an important role by issuing fatwas on the halal status of products. Unlike Malaysia, halal certification in Indonesia is mandatory for certain categories of product. In terms of similarities, both Malaysia and Indonesia institutionalize Sharia compliance through specialized bodies. Both countries also show strong government involvement in regulating Islamic finance and halal matters. However, there are notable differences. Malaysia adopts a more centralized and uniform administrative system, particularly with the binding authority of the Sharia Advisory Council. Indonesia, on the other hand, involves multiple institutions, especially in halal governance, which reflect a more decentralized approach. Additionally, Malaysia's halal certification gained international recognition earlier, while Indonesia's system places greater emphasis on religious authority through fatwas. In a conclusion, Malaysia has a highly structured and centralized system for the administration of muamalat and halal laws, which promote consistency and legal certainty. Indonesia adopts a broader multi-institutional approach that reflects its legal and social diversity. Despite these differences, both country play significant roles in advancing Islamic finance and halal governance at both regional and global levels. I think that's all from me. Thank you.